All right, lesson one is going to be on the law of attraction. Law of attraction. Give me a second. Make sure you guys write this stuff down, man. You'll always have access to this course, but it's good to write it down because then you can consciously connect your brain and your subconscious to be able to retain this information a lot better. All right. So, law of attraction. In 2006, the law of attraction became super popular based on the movie called The Secret by Rhonda Burns. They had a lot of spiritual gurus in there, and they were talking about controlling what you think in order to get things into your life. And that's what the main focus was on. It was getting things, producing manifestations in the form of like cars, money, lovers, homes, things of those natures. All right. And although the law of attraction, the movie was great because it introduced people into at least understanding that they do have power and control over the things that they attract into their life, it was very misleading because they didn't necessarily explain the realness or the real things that you have to do in order to manifest a different reality. All right. The law of attraction is just a secondary law. I hate to tell it to you. It's not the end all. This is a secondary law. Okay. Like does attract like, for sure. You are a magnet, for sure. All right. But you have to know how to attract in the most efficient manner. And if you want to know how to attract things in the most efficient manner, we have to start off with vibration and frequency. All right, so I'll write that down. Vibrations and frequency. Okay, Nikola Tesla. If many of you don't know, Nikola Tesla is one of the greatest scientists in the world. All right, he had many inventions. He worked with Thomas Edison, and it is also pretty much said that a lot of Thomas Edison's inventions were actually stolen ideas of Nikola Tesla. All right, but Nikola Tesla said if you want to figure out how the universe works, you have to think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibrations. All right, because everything in our universe vibrates. All right, some things vibrate faster than others, and that's why the desk vibrates, your chair, your shoes, anything that you see as a physical representation or don't see in the universe has a vibration or has a frequency. Okay, and you attract things into your life based on the frequency that you are emitting. You will frequently see things based on your frequency. Your frequency dictates what you frequently see. Okay, and then now we have to talk in terms of vibrations because your vibration determines your frequency. And how do you know what vibration you're in? It's all about your emotional state. All right, you attract things based on the emotional state that you are in any given present moment. Okay, so what you're experiencing right now in your reality is a reflection of your past thoughts, actions, and emotions. Okay, you're always experiencing your past. So if you want to create a better future, you have to think, feel, and act better in your now. And I really should have said you have to feel, think, and act better in your now, because feelings come first, thoughts come second, actions come third, and then your manifestations come fourth. All right, so it's all about how you feel in any given present moment. That's why it's so important to feel good. You have to work on feeling good. All right, that's the name of the game. All right, you have to feel those higher level emotions. All right, the higher vibrational emotions like love, joy, peace, happiness, because that'll help you attract into your life those things that are on the same vibration or the same frequency as those emotions that you are emitting. All right, you're always either attracting something into your life or repelling something. If you're always in a good emotional state, you're attracting the good into your life and repelling the bad things out of your life. All right, if you're in a bad vibrational emotional state though, like anger, fear, jealousy, envy, then you're going to attract those exact same things into your life, whether it's in the form of experiences, whether it's in the form of people, whether it's in the form of jobs, whether it's in the form of a wreck, just a chaotic situation in your life. Those things are always going to be attracted into your life based on the energy or the vibration or the frequency that you are emitting to the field. And when I say field, I mean the universe, the things that we don't see, like this this thing that we're in. All right. It's just giving us constant feedback about who we are. And it's always based on the emotional state that we are in any given moment. Okay. So a lot of people try to change their lives by just doing things. They try to change matter with matter, which is the hardest thing to do. All right. You have to start with your vibration. Okay. You can't, I don't care how hard you work. That's why a lot of people get so frustrated, because it's like, I'm doing everything I can do. I'm working so hard, but it's like, I can't get to the next level. Nah, you can't get to the next level. I'm not saying you can't, but it's going to be extremely hard. It's going to be extremely fucking frustrating, because you're working hard as shit, but you're mad and you're angry and you're doing it and you're blaming everybody else. You're saying like, fuck, I'm the only one that's working this hard. Like the people at work. It's like, man, y'all, they always complaining about what other people are not doing. Be like, I'm working hard. Ain't nobody helping me. Yeah, I know they can't. They can't help you because you're not in the vibrational frequency to receive help. Once again, remember I said you're either attracting it or repelling it. You're going to repel all the good things out of your life when you're in this negative mind state. All right. That's just how it goes. It can be no other way. I promise you. If you want to attract a different reality into your life, you have to match the frequency or the vibration of that reality. All right. If you want to be abundant and happy and whole, you have to be there right now. All right. You have to work on feeling good. You have to work on your emotional state, because if you don't, you'll never get it. And I'm not going to say you'll never get it, but it's going to be it's going to be way harder to manifest it than it would be if you just focus on being that person who you wanted to be right in the future, right now. All right. How would that person act? Would they be happy? Would they be smiling? How would they walk into work? All right. If you wanted to be that person now, how would they get out of bed? You have to embody that frequency right now and do your best to maintain it. You have to consciously think about it. All right. You can't let it go untamed, because if you do, then you're going to just manifest the same things that you manifested your whole life. And if that's something that you're not happy with, then it's time to change it. All right. And I'm telling you right now, the change starts with focusing on your vibration and your frequency. All right. And then once you focus on this, you make the law of attraction you make your attraction even stronger. It really works like that. Once you focus on these two, this becomes super easy. All right. But if you start here without focusing on this, man, I'm telling you, it's going to be so frustrating. And then what makes it worse is you're going to be like, man, this shit don't fucking work. I knew it didn't work. Back to what I was doing, because I know how to get shit done. And it's like, no, bro, like you just didn't have the proper guidance on how to actually do it. And that's what I'm here to give you. So many people talk about one thing, but they don't embody the totality of everything that it takes to become a professional manifester. All right. Because I think life is going to be about who can manifest the best. Because that's what it's about. Who has the best manifestations? All right. I'm not saying that's what it's about, but I mean, that's what we're here to do. We're here to produce. We're here to create. And we're not here I'm not talking about creating shitty stuff. I'm talking about who's creating the best life. Who's creating the best life for themselves and the best life for everyone around them. That's who I want to be around. That's who I am. And that's who I want you to be around. And that's who I want you to become. All right. And once you learn this information that I'm presenting to you, you will become that if you take it seriously and if it becomes a non-negotiable for you. All right. You got to raise your standards. Once you raise your standards to put this at the forefront of your to-do list, then everything in your life will change. All right. But if it's just I should do it, I want to do it, then nothing's going to happen. All right. You have to make it a non-negotiable. All right. You got to be fucking fed up with your reality. All right. You got to be fucking fed up with not living life to your maximized potential. And I know everybody is feeling that right now. That's what I'm getting from everybody. All the people who message me, all the people who comment on my stuff, they're all like on the edge. They're right there. They're like, man, I feel like I'm right. I should be doing something differently, but I just don't know where to start. And I'm here to tell you exactly where to start. All right. If you do exactly what I say do, and you can tweak it to your desired, whatever best fits you. But if you do exactly what I say do, if you follow the steps that I'm presenting before you, your life will change dramatically, man. I'm telling you. And it'll start to happen fast. I promise you, it will start to happen fast. It'll happen as fast as you decide to really implement these rules and these techniques. All right. And if you can sustain that feeling state, that feeling good, if you can sustain the state of feeling how you will feel if you already had that manifestation, then it has no choice but to meet you at your front door, to come into your reality. All right. And that's to sum it up, that's what Albert Einstein, that's one of his quotes. If you match the frequency of the thing you want to be, it has no choice but to come into your reality. That's literally the words of Albert Einstein. He said, that's not theory, that's physics. All right, we're talking about metaphysics here. And metaphysics is something that it has been explored recently, but really can't be explained. And that's just how the universe works. All right, we don't have to know every single little detail about what to do, how to do it, but we just need to know a little bit. All right, and the universe is going to meet us more than halfway. That's just how it goes. That's how great God is. The person who created this whole thing is just masterful and just so amazing and so compassionate and so caring that he made it to where we don't even have to be everything. We just have to be a little bit and just have to do a little. All right, faith the size of a mustard seed will move mountains, and that is truly what this will do for you. Just have a little faith. Just believe in this enough to where you can start to see change. And I'm telling you, mountains will move in your life. It's really like that. All right, I'm here to just profess the greatness of God, and just because my life has totally changed. I've seen it. I'm consciously looking at my life change as I implement this. And I've been doing this. I've been on this journey for about 7 years, and it's just I've been doing it really well. I've had a very amazing life. I've gone through trials and tribulations. Trust me, a lot of them. And I'll explain one to you that really shifted my life about 2 years ago. But I'm always focused on what I can learn from the situation. What is the positive I can get out of this situation? Because you have to reframe negative events in your mind, because to see the positive things in them, because whatever you focus on grows. All right, whatever you look for, you'll be shown. So if you're constantly looking for the negative shit, you'll be shown more of the negative shit. And if you see more negative things, more than likely your emotional state is going to be a negative one. And if you're in a negative emotional state, you're going to constantly attract things that reaffirm how you feel. And once you are in that emotional state, you're going to think thoughts that are on that same vibratory level, which are going to lead to those actions that are congruent with that vibratory level, and then those actions are going to lead to negative manifestations. All right, so that's why you have to make sure that you are believing that it's possible, that anything is possible to happen to you. All right, because if you're hopeful, which is a higher emotional state, then you'll have hopeful thoughts, then your actions will correlate with that, and then your manifestations will reaffirm all the way you feel. All right, and that'll be in the form of positive manifestations. So once again, like I said, I had some negative things that happened to me. I reframed them to find the positives, and positives came out of them, and it turned me. It strengthened me. All right, because just like wine is made by crushed grapes. Pressure makes diamonds. You have to be able to take that pressure. You got to be able to go under that fire. All right. You have to be able to get rubbed to get polished. That's just how it goes. All right. And once you understand that, and once you know that, like, life becomes great. You'll know, like, oh shit, when something is happening in my life, all right, that's good, because I know that something great. I'm just getting molded. I'm just getting strengthened. All right. I'm getting polished, so I can be ready for this next manifestation that I'm about to attract into my life. And that's truly how it goes. And once you start to reshape your mind to find the good things in every single thing that you experience, then life will become truly magical before you, because life is not happening to us, my guy and my girl. It is happening for us. And I promise you, once you start to believe that shit, man, it just fucking changes everything. But you gotta believe it. You can't just say it. You gotta live that shit, man, because you'll get tested. I promise you, you will get fucking tested. When you start to say things and you start to, like, all right, I believe this. All right, you're gonna get tested to see if you actually believe it. All right, because Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the fucking mouth, like my man Mike Tyson said. All right, so the plan could be to be positive despite what happens to you, but what are you gonna do when that fucking negative here, quote unquote, what are you gonna do when that negative event comes into your life? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna revert back to negative emotions and blaming everybody else and why me, God? Why me? That type of shit? Or are you gonna say, you know what? Why not me? Why not me? I can handle this shit. God doesn't put more pressure on you can handle. If you got a lot of pressure in your life, just because God needs you to be fucking strong. All right? Pressure makes you stronger. You got to be the strong. He wants you, obviously, if you're dealing with a lot of shit, it's because you are not giving yourself enough credit. You are the one in your family that can change everybody's lives. They can break every generational curse. They can get your mama out of that poverty. They can get your dad, your grandma, your brothers, your sisters. It's up to you. So stop complaining. Accept your fucking role as the fucking king, as the fucking queen. And once you start to accept that, then your life will show you that you've changed, and your reality will start to shape into the form that best fits you, which will fit a king or a queen. All right, you'll live in abundance. You'll live like royalty. You'll be changing lives. People will look to you will confide in you for information and for positivity and love and compassion. All right. But until you accept that, then you'll complain about everything that comes with that. You have to accept your role, all right, and be ready. Be ready to face all the bullshit that might come. Once again, bullshit, because it's only bullshit if you look at it in that way. But I just want to be as natural with you as possible and talk that way, because I know that's how people look at things. But once again, I'm here to help you change the way you look at things. But you'll stop attracting all that bullshit into your life. All right. And once again, you actually probably won't stop attracting the bullshit into your life. You just won't look at it as bullshit. You'll look at it as blessings. And when you look at it as a blessing, then it becomes a blessing. Okay. So we have to make sure that the main thing that we're focusing on to circle back around is our emotional state. All right. And our emotional state is our vibration or our frequency. And your frequency is what you will frequently see. So that make sure we're in the highest frequency that we can be in. And I'm going to tell you exactly how to make sure your frequency is of the highest vibration in the next lesson. Thanks.